Hey everybody, it's Mike Lloyd from the HomeHappy team, here to bring you some great news. The Bank of Canada has chosen to drop the overnight rate by 0.25%, which translates to the bank prime rate going down another 0.25%. So we've gone down 0.5% in total over the last 2 months. That's great news. Obviously, we'd like to see more. As you can see in our on our thing here. This is our prediction of the consensus prediction of what they think the prime rate is going to do. So this is the overnight rate. It's directly tied to the bank prime. This is yesterday. It was at 4.75. It's now at 4.5. The prediction is that a year from now it'll be down to 3.5. Another percent down, and then down further to 3%, and then down to 2.75. So the timing is sort of a guess, but we definitely are in a low rate cycle. It's coming down. For those in variable rates with adjustable payments, your payments will start to come down. Those in non-adjustable payments, still your interest is going to come down. That's the most important thing. Obviously, car loans and other things tied to prime will come down. Fixed rates are slightly lower, but they're not as directly related to the prime rate. I mean, they're similar, but they are not directly related. So I'll get into that in a moment. First of all, I just wanted to show you some inflation numbers. This came out just recently. It came in at 2.7 overall. The Bank of Canada wants to keep this below 3. The telling one, though, is if down here, if you take out the mortgage costs, it's down to 1.9. So obviously, as rates come down, that's going to go down too. So our best guess is inflation is going to remain low, and that will help to allow the Bank of Canada to keep prime coming down. Another rate prediction is here. This is from CIBC. They're forecasting it going from June at 4.75, that's the overnight rate, all the way down to 2.75. So a total reduction by the end of December 25 of 2%. That means that the prime rate would be down around 4.95, somewhere in there, in the next 18 to 24 months. So obviously that's a big impact on borrowing. It'll allow people to borrow more with qualification rates, that kind of thing. The other thing I want to touch on is fixed rates. Fixed rates are based off government bond yields. You can see here the 10-year is 3.34. Right now they're predicting it's going to go down to 3.3 in that same period. So not very much. That's because we have what's called an inverted yield curve. So normally a 1-year fixed rate is lower than a 5 or 10-year fixed rate. It's sort of supposed to go in that direction. Right now it's higher for short term and cheaper for long term, which isn't normal. So as you can see here, they're predicting the 2-year, for example, to go from 3.88 down to 2.9. So we're going to start to see the short term fixed rates kind of come down. The 5-year and 10-year will probably come down a little bit more, but it's not as guaranteed as how much reduction compared to prime. We think prime is going to come down more. So one last thing I'll touch on is this is the yield for the 5-year fixed rate, the 5-year government bond. You can see over a month, it's trended downwards. So it is coming down slowly. If you add 1.5 to 2%, that's how the 5-year fixed rate, the market rate comes out. So that said, in general, we're in a low rate cycle. We're starting to head down. For many of you, this is a change, which is great, but it's also something where we should be having a chat to talk about whether you have your mortgage plan and strategies set to maximize so that you can reduce your interest costs and obviously pay off your mortgage faster. So please reach out at any time. We'd love to have a chat, and thanks very much. Have a great summer.